You scared me. I didn't see you there. Good to see you guys again. This is going to be another edition of the Gravestone Pros here in North Country Memorials. We're going to have a great day, so come along. All right, wanted to bring you around out front, just have a little look at our front display. I don't know if I showed you this stone yet, but I'm kind of excited about it. I really love these old retro style monuments, and the old obelisks are really neat, I think. Come a little farther away from it so you can see it all. Anyways, it's a piece that I ordered for an in-stock to show. So I have it sitting here and I really like it. Also wanted to show you guys, Corwin did a little more work on the window here, and that is looking good. Needs a little paint yet, but we're getting there. I've got some cornerstones to grab, and I don't know if you guys do cornerstones, but around here a lot of cemeteries like to put corner markers with the initial of the family, and I'm not a big fan. We do them, we don't really make any money on them. We try and keep them cheap for the cemeteries so that they can make a little bit of money on them, hopefully. But they are always kind of a pain in the butt. Seems like they get ordered and then they sit around, they don't get picked up, and that's just how it goes. And we do them not just for cemeteries, we do them for customers too. And so I do find myself trying, if I can, to take them out. If I'm going past a cemetery, you know, I'll take some out. We just did a bunch the other day, and some of them are right on my way home from work, so I'm going to drop them off. So I'm going to back up over here and get some loaded into my car. Got half of them loaded up here. I need some more T's and B's yet. So we do white marble corner markers. That's what cemeteries around here use, so that's what we provide. These ones I brought in because these go back over here. There we go. A few happy corner marker customers coming right up. We'll get this shut up. And I'm going to send you out to do a little lettering job with Dad. He did this one a few weeks ago before Memorial Day, and he filmed most of the process, so I will show you that. He didn't do much talking, so I'll probably do some voiceover on this so you guys can see what he was working on and get a little idea of what we do, how we do our final dates.
We are lettering today, and it took us quite a while to find this cemetery. Yeah.
So Dad's already prepped the stone by getting it clean of any debris and then putting that white stuff on, which is called stencil filler. And it's the same stuff we use in the shop. Some people use something called stencil tape, and it is on my list of things to check out and use. I've had several comments saying that stencil tape works really well and is much easier to clean and doesn't require any cleaning, which you'll see us cleaning at the end here. So I have that on my list of things to check out and get some ordered. I just have not done it yet. So right now he is peeling out the letters out of the stencil that the plotter has already cut. Just double checking, making sure he's got his sizes and stuff correct. I don't know if he remembered this, but I actually had this all done right from the exact same file that I cut Marion's original stone from. So when I say stone, I do mean stencil, and it was cut right from that because I have the file, of course. This was a stone we sold, and I set this, actually, me and a friend set this. It's a beautiful cemetery up here. I love being able to just sit here and listen a little bit to the birds and what's going on. It's just always peaceful out in cemeteries. Dad said this was a pretty hot day, but other than it being super hot, it can be really nice just sitting in cemeteries and, you know, you're getting your job done, getting stuff taken care of, but a lot of times it is really peaceful, which is nice. You can see you put lines on the left-hand side where the end of the name is, and then of course across the bottom of the letters, and he's going to use that as his guides for lining everything up and getting it all set. And now he's going to kind of line up the lines and then stick it on. Once he's happy with kind of his position of everything, you'll see him kind of peel the back. See, he's got a little bit he just cut off, and he'll peel more of that back once he's ready. Looks like he's going to freshen his line a little bit there. Yep, because he ended up having to put a little more glue on. So freshen that up, stick it on. He's got Castle holding it for him there, and then he's peeling out that back. Just making sure it's straight, no bubbles in. That looks good. Hammer, hammer, hammer always. Make sure that stencil's sticking real good to the stone. You do not want something to blow up, especially this stage. That stone's been there for a few years now, and you do not want to have to go and replace it because you make a mistake when you're putting a final date on. Ask me how I know that. We have a few that have gotten messed up over the years. Pretty much all Dad's fault for the most part because he's the guy that does this work. I have done very few of these. The year that he had his motorcycle accident, you guys saw me out doing final dates. I do know how to do them, but I don't do them very often. So of course, protecting the edges of the polished edges that are on the stone, very important. These letters are a little bigger and wider than you might typically have, and so it's going to take a little longer to sandblast, so he's going extra overboard, making sure everything is covered and in real good shape to making sure it's all in good shape, good and safe before he goes to blast it here. So he's doing a good job of that. For those of you who don't know, the young boy with him there is my brother's oldest son. His name is Castle. He and Grandpa get along real good. They spend a lot of time together, especially when Castle's not in school. He likes to hang out with Grandpa as much as he can, so it's really nice to have him along, and he's learning to be a pretty good helper. So Dad's got everything prepped, ready to go. He's putting his safety equipment on, hearing protection hood for his eyes, and then of course gloves, and now he is ready to blast it in. It doesn't take too long to blast in the cemetery, although this one would have been a little longer than some of them. Like I said, the little bigger letters, so needed to go a little deeper and whatnot, but you can see him going at it. That color, for those of you that don't know, your color turns, that stencil heats up by friction really quick. You got a lot of sand coming at it and hitting it, and it will turn color. This particular stencil's pretty sturdy stuff, so it holds up really good. You can see he was just checking something there, maybe line depth, or maybe he was just checking to see if he had gotten deep enough on part of it. It looks like he did the years. Now he's working on the month and the day, and so he'll probably go back over everything though once he kind of gets it all down to about a depth, and then he'll finish off to make it all nice and uniform. It's always one of the big things. You're looking to try and get things as uniform as possible and to match the depth that it was done. Now you can see him kind of blowing off the stone. That by then he's already shut down the compressor so that it is not the compressor, but shut down the amount of airflow coming from the sandblaster, so he doesn't have enough abrasive, or probably any abrasive, coming out at that point. So he's just cleaning off his surfaces a little bit. We will generally spray with a clear coat, and then you won't have any black paint chunking out. That clear coat just helps a little bit to match, just because the fresh always is just a little bit lighter than the stuff that's been there that's a little bit dirty. So peel the old stencil off, put it in the bucket, and then we use solvent to get that glue broke down a little bit, scrub it off, and we are just about done. And Dad actually took a torch to this after. You don't really see it in here, but he took a torch to get that water off so he could give you this shot here of it all kind of dry, and you can see the whole thing together. Did a good job. She's all done. Made it here, just dropping off these last few cornerstones. And that will be it for the day for me, other than editing this video. Hope you enjoyed watching Dad do that blast job there. It's always kind of fun to see him at work, busy as always. Getting things done is good. So, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, leave a comment on the video, tell us what you thought, tell us what you think of cornerstones. If you have them or don't use them, how graves are marked. Always interesting to hear that stuff. And, you know, we always will be dropping videos on Fridays, so check us out. 6 p.m. is always the time. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you all next time.